Hey, so I'm talking to you guys from my car. Obviously you can tell because you can see the big old steering wheel. But I don't know, I really liked talking the other night, and so I think I'm gonna do a lot of it. Hopefully if I have time. And we'll see if this works. I'm driving and talking. But yeah, if you watched my video the other night, you saw that it was a rough Friday and Saturday, and it was a rough weekend all around. And I just dropped the boys off at Harsha right now and talked to Trenton's therapist and shed a few tears to her because it's getting really hard. Like I was saying the other night, it's just really hard, and I don't know what to do anymore. Potty training is about to get the best of me with Trenton. He does really good at Harsha, and then at home it's just kind of a different story. Now don't get me wrong, he's not fully potty trained at Harsha. He has lots of accidents and still has to be taken to the restroom. Hardly ever means to go, but it's getting you know, it's a lot better than it is at home. And his behavior at home, I try to take him to the restroom, is terrible, almost to the point where I think he's going to really hurt himself, where he's really running into the walls full force. And it's just, it's hard to see your son act like this. You know, you give birth to your beautiful baby son, and everyone, you know, just dreams of their child loving them. And you know, and I don't worry at like the whole like watching my kid grow up and play sports and all that. Like, I'm over that. I know that's never going to happen, and that's not part of the problem at all anymore. It is just, it's hard when your son just like hits you and you see your son just running full force into a wall, and I know he doesn't want to, and he doesn't want to hurt me. He doesn't want to hurt my feelings, but it's really hard when you deal with it every day. It's very difficult, and I feel so horrible for him. You know, he just lives in that body, and I know he doesn't want to be hitting his mommy and be running into the wall on the verge of hurting himself. It's just, it's his disability. It's, you know, he's wired completely different. He does not know any better, and it's just like you just feel completely mentally beat up every day at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if he was at Harsha 7 hours of the day, or if he was at home all day with me on Saturday or Sunday. It's just, autism leaves you completely mentally beat up. And I know I've said in a post before that I have how do I want to say this? You know, I can kind of understand where someone that is mentally abused, how they feel, because some days I just feel like that's what, you know, severe autism leaves the direct caregiver like me, just mentally abused, because you never get the love, and very rarely ever get the hugs and the love back. As I was taking the boys to Harsha today, I was looking at Trenton in the rearview mirror, and he looked so absolutely adorable and peaceful. He was calm, and he was quiet. He was looking out the window, and it didn't look like there was a thing wrong with him. And it's like, wow, if someone would have saw us 12 hours ago at 8:30 last night, you know, it's a completely different kid. We fought hard last night, me and him, to get him to fall asleep, and he finally fell asleep at 12:57 a.m. He finally fell asleep, and oh, I was so tired just from being beat up all weekend. And when he finally closed his eyes to go to sleep, it is just like this, this instant, like, I can relax. And then what do you know, 10 minutes later, Andrew's up crying, and Andrew had issues. He was up about 5 times in the night after that. So, got much sleep last night. But I'm used to that, but it doesn't help. The lack of sleep doesn't help with dealing with the tantrums and everything. And I just, as I was looking at Trenton in the rearview mirror, just wanted to dropping the boys off, I felt terrible at myself for getting so mad at him last night. And he can't help it that he can't fall asleep. He can't help it that his body is like that. And then I just feel so guilty, like getting frustrated with him, wanting him to fall asleep. But when you're so tired at the same time, it's hard not to get frustrated. And I just was straining to keep my eyes open. It's just a horrible feeling to try to force yourself to stay awake because your child can't sleep. I mean, and he was like wide awake. There was anything in the world that was going to make him fall asleep. And it's just terrible, absolutely terrible. And then I just feel so guilty the next day when he's calm, and just feel guilty for being mad at him, and he can't help it. So, you know, struggles, everything continues. Like I said the other night, it's never going to get better, not for a very long time. You know, his tantrums, his meltdowns are getting so much worse. Potty training for, I don't know how, I can't even remember how long we've been doing it now. Maybe 6 weeks at least, 7 weeks. I don't know, maybe we've been even doing it 2 months now. I can't, honestly, I can't remember. And you know, if you have neurotypical kids, how hard that potty training is for the first 2 or 3 days, and then, you know, they get the hang of it and they're pretty much potty trained. Well, you know, take what you did with your neurotypical kids the first 2-3 days, and that's, you know what, I've been doing it for 6, 7, 8 weeks now, and it's just on top of dealing with all the meltdowns, on top of dealing with all the issues that arise with autism and the nonverbalness, being nonverbal, and, well, you know, he can say a few words, but for the most part, nonverbal for spontaneous communication is, you know, extremely low. So it's just, yeah, all of that in itself causes the tantrums. So it's just tiring, a very tiring, hard life, very hard life. But like I said in my post I did last night, I posted a few pictures of the boys, and I look at pictures of me and them, and you know, the good times when Trent's smiling, and it's I feel like the luckiest mom in the world, because even though my journey is difficult, more difficult than I can ever put into words, it is like I said, it's my story. I'm proud of it, and sometimes I do feel like one of the luckiest moms in the world, because even though I'd love for my boys to be neurotypical and I can experience, you know, the normal motherhood experience, I do get to experience a totally different motherhood that a lot of people don't get to experience, and it's a very unique experience, and it's you know, I'm making the most of it. Very proud of my boys, proud to be their mom. So I am pulling up home, and thank you guys for listening. And I feel like I kind of rambled. I don't even know if this whole post makes sense, but I'm gonna get off of here because I have about, I don't know, 6.5 hours left before I pick up the boys, and I have 1,000,001 things to do. All right, talk to you later. Have a good day, guys. Bye.